Ever wonder how modern Iran came to be? The 20th century was a rollercoaster ride for this ancient nation, and it all kicked off with a major discovery: oil. In 1908, British prospectors struck black gold, and this single event would shape Iran's destiny for the next 100 years. At the time, Iran was ruled by the Qajar dynasty, but their power was weakening. By the 1920s, a military officer named Reza Khan saw an opportunity. In 1925, he staged a coup, crowned himself Reza Shah, and founded the Pahlavi dynasty. His goal? To modernize Iran at lightning speed. He built railways, established universities, and pushed for Western-style dress codes. He even officially renamed the country from Persia to Iran to emphasize its Aryan roots. But his rule was authoritarian, and his close ties to Germany during World War II made the Allies nervous. In 1941, British and Soviet forces invaded, forcing Reza Shah to abdicate in favor of his young son, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. The new Shah's early reign was turbulent. The country was occupied, and political movements flourished. One key figure was Mohammad Mossadegh, a charismatic nationalist who became prime minister in 1951. His big move, nationalizing the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company, which had been profiting massively from Iran's oil while giving very little back, this made him a hero at home but an enemy to the West. In 1953, with a little help from the CIA and MI6, a coup codenamed Operation Ajax overthrew Mossadegh and restored the Shah to absolute power. This was a major turning point. With American backing, the Shah launched his own ambitious modernization program in the 1960s, called the White Revolution. It included land reform, women's suffrage, and literacy campaigns. On the surface, Iran was becoming a modern, prosperous nation. But beneath the glamour, there was growing discontent. The Shah's secret police, the Savak, brutally suppressed any opposition. The rapid westernization felt alienating to many, and the gap between the rich elite and the rest of the country grew wider. And this is where a key figure re-enters the story: Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. He was a vocal critic of the Shah and had been exiled in the 1960s from abroad. He smuggled in cassette tapes with his sermons, accusing the Shah of being a puppet of the West and corrupting the nation's Islamic values. His message resonated deeply with millions of Iranians who felt left behind. By the late 1970s, the simmering resentment boiled over. Mass protests, strikes, and demonstrations paralyzed the country. The movement united a diverse group of people: religious conservatives, students, secular intellectuals, and merchants. In January 1979, the Shah, now suffering from cancer, fled Iran for good. 2 weeks later, Ayatollah Khomeini made a triumphant return from exile. The period that followed was chaotic. A referendum was held, and Iran was officially declared an Islamic Republic. This kicked off a power struggle, and ultimately, the religious clerics, led by Khomeini, consolidated their control. The new constitution placed supreme power in the hands of a supreme leader. The U.S. Embassy hostage crisis, which began in late 1979 and lasted for 444 days, severed ties with the United States and cemented Iran's new identity as a staunchly anti-Western state. The century ended with the brutal 8-year-long Iran-Iraq War, which devastated both nations. From a monarchy rushing to modernize, to a populist revolution, to the establishment of an Islamic Republic, Iran's 20th century journey was a complex and dramatic transformation that continues to shape global politics today. Thanks for watching. If you found this history interesting, Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into world history. See you next time.